Like so many properties, this was a suspected case of rising damp. There was dampness in the wall of a downstairs, understairs bathroom. The telltale sign was a type of mushroom that was growing there, but we found that there were high subfloor humidity readings and a leak was identified on the mains water.
Glass of water.
What follows is the
submerge
discussion I
the
had with the
tap in
owner at the time of the
underneath the water.
survey.
Just to start with, just slowly draw it up and then turn it off at the stopcock, and then look for about half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour, and there should be no drop or very little drop in the surface. I'll just then play back to where I recorded it, but you'll see that there was a drop within a matter of a few minutes, and a significant drop, and that means there's either a leak or it can be a benign drop of water from a tap, or it's dropped quite dramatically. You have a leak. Wow, that is relatively rapid. So the hygrometer is showing 99%. So there's water in under there, which is not surprising. So what I think you've got is one of these pipes, and I can't tell you which, but I would say it's likely to be an existing pipe because you had the rot beforehand, and it's not a new pipe, is leaking, and it wasn't identified by the plumber when they put it in, which suggests that it's not in the immediate vicinity.
Yeah, I was going to say there was no pipes under there. I remember looking down and it was...
But I think what's happening is that, so you've got this pool of water here that's underneath this pipe, and you've got corrosion there. So I think what's happening is that's just recycling. When you with the cold water, when the cold water's drawn, it's going to come in at 8 degrees centigrade, roughly, give or take, and it's recycling vapor in the bath. And so I think it's interesting, but it's not the cause. And what is happening? And you had rot, and the fungus here. Petsia is a type of fungus that grows on plaster. It's also called plaster cup, and it's not. It's obviously tells me that there's dampness, but it's not going to destroy timber, structural timber. But you had rot there that was destroying structural timber, and even though they almost certainly replaced it with tannalized timber, you could still get rot again. So this is a significant issue. Unfortunately, it will mean somebody getting in underneath and identifying the source of the leak. And I would say, if I were to guess, I would say it's going to be in this area here, possibly underneath the toilet. If this wasn't the original place of the toilet, was it? So
no, the toilet was there. The sewage pipe is there. So when they put the floorboards in, there was nothing underneath. It was just a 2 foot gap of dirt. There was no piping. Everything came in new. As far as I recall,
everything came in new. But you had a bathroom there.
Yes, yeah.
So you would have had water. That's my point. You would have had.
Yeah, but it was there. All the pipes. This used to be the external wall.
Okay.
All the pipes came up and through that wall.
Okay.
And we took those down to make that into a conservatory, and they ran flexi pipe under the floor to the kitchen.
Well, okay. So the internal piping, or the piping coming into the property, will come along the corridor here.
Yeah.
So the actual source of the so that's showing normal levels of relative humidity in this area here.
Okay. And there's a wall underground here.
Okay, so that means it's almost certainly going to be happening somewhere over there. I might even measure in underneath that.
Yeah, certainly.
But I would say it's probably that side of the wall rather than this side. And so what can often happen is pipes are put through a wall, and you can get some movement. Even a small amount of movement can have a shearing effect and can cause can damage the pipes. So this is a suspended timber floor, and the kitchen is suspended timber as well, is it?
Yeah, all of it except for under that sort of fireplace bit. Yeah.
Okay, so that's where we're at. I'll give you some recommendations on how to go forward on it.
So we looked in the subfloor void, that's the space under the suspended timber floor, to look for signs of a leak and to get a sense of what was under there and the state of the timber. There's a lot of dampness there, but the dampness is mainly behind this wall and we can't see behind it. Unfortunately, there's going to have to be some removal of tiles and timber to get proper access, because I suspect that is where the leak is. There are plenty of pipes around. There are some signs of timber rot. It looks like cellar rot, and there's a little bit of a green area there, which might indicate that that's close to where the source of the leak is. But yes, as I say, there's some signs of cellar rot, which is normally accompanied by wood weevil. Notice the damp-proof course. It's damp above the damp-proof course. This is a common problem because vapour condenses on the damp-proof course and above it. We now look at some thermal images. The bath was run hot to see if there were any spurious areas of dampness, but nothing was seen. It would be necessary to look underground, but I understand that there's no heat loss on the hot water system, and it is unlikely that this is the root cause. It's probable that it is a leak on the mains water feed into the house. But unfortunately, you will need a plumber to take this further, a specialist leak detection plumber. I'll give you some recommendations.